And the government don't pay me, they pay you guys to know this. You guys swore an oath to this. I don't get paid for that. I get paid other ways to do the work that I do. But yeah, you don't have to say it, but you could. You could be a good man and do it. You can show the people of Arvin that you care about their rights, that you know what their rights are.
I do. And they know I do. So you can ask anybody.
Okay, well still I don't know yet. Okay. That's why I'm asking. Well, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be rude.
No, but I
in any kind of way.
A little like, oh, let's do a test to see if he knows this or that. Like
it's exactly what it is. Okay. A First Amendment test. You guys should know this.
How about in the field, in the action, when you need me most, you'll see me do it, and then you'll know, oh, that's a good officer. And I'll tell you, I can do that.
We're in the field right now. We're in the. You're on duty. You're on duty right now. I just caught you on duty right now.
Serious situation.
Right.
You need police officers.
And you're the supervisor of this department right now. You know, you're the one that's being left in charge. And you got a big responsibility because obviously the people of Arvin are telling me that Alex is never here. That's not your fault, is it?
No.
Right? He's never here.
Me, yeah,
and I'm guessing you're the one being left, put in this position. And these are important things that you should know, man. And I'm a little disappointed.
I just don't want to.
I'm a little disappointed that you don't wanna. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's sad, man. I know you are.
I guess I'm a failure.
Let's change that, bro.
You know we don't have enough cops as it is.
Bullshit.
Are you ready?
I would like you guys to follow me over to the police department. I would like to see if Alex is here today, and I want to see and find out when he'll be back in here. Because from my understanding, from what they're saying to me, is that he's never here. And he has this policy where he says he has this policy where you can come in and talk to him, but how are you going to come in and talk to him if he's never here, guys? Hello. I was just trying to find out if the chief of police is in today.
He's not here.
He's not here? Do you have a time where he might be back?
On Monday?
On Monday?
Yeah, but I'm not sure what time.
Okay. From my understanding, he has like this policy that he keeps talking about where the people can just come in and...
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. If you can, I want you to take a look at this flag right here with the yellow. You know what that usually means, folks, is that's what the tow truck companies that work for police, that's what they be putting on their flags now. So the police want to have a blue line flag, and now the tow truck companies that have contracts with the cops, they love working with the cops, and they create the yellow line flag. And I'm gonna tell you something about Alex, the chief of police of this department. The reason I'm guessing that flag is in here with the yellow line, and I'm glad we're in here to see this, is because Alex likes working with tow truck companies. In Maricopa, California, he was getting a kickback, from my understanding, from the tow truck company after they were impounding all the vehicles. And recently here in Arvin, California, and the reason Alex is in the spotlight right now is because they were impounding a bunch of cars out here in Arvin, California as well. So it seems to me like Alex likes to find ways to work with these tow truck companies to maybe impound as many vehicles as possible, maybe get some money under the table. And if this is exactly what's happening, this is, from my understanding, highly illegal. Alex has already been fired, charged, and arrested in Palos Verdes Estates as a cop for stealing money. It seems to me like there's nothing this guy won't do when it comes to, getting over on the people, taking a little extra. I mean, is the money that he's making here hourly or his salary wages, is that not enough? You guys that are from here, from Arvin, California, his time is up. His contract is up. You guys put the pressure on the city council members to get him out of here. Let's get somebody else in here who actually wants to come to work, right? From my understanding, Alex is never here, and he's not here. He's not here today. So, I mean, seems like the people of Arvin, you guys are reaching out to me and sending me some stuff, and I think it's important that we come in here and we ask questions. Where are you at? Where you at, buddy?
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. How can I help you?
I'll get your name and badge number right quick.
My what?
Name and badge number?
My badge number?
Your
988.
1888?
988.
Oh, 988? All right, I appreciate it. And last name is Hernandez?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm guessing you're the supervisor in charge today?
I am.
Awesome. So I see you have 3 chevrons. So yeah, I was just inquiring. I got a message. Somebody told me that Alex Kazarian, he's hardly ever here. So I just came in to ask to see if he's here today, and maybe I can get an appointment with him and speak to him soon.
Yeah, I can get your info down, and then we can set up an appointment, and he's not here today.
Do you know when he'll be back?
I don't.
You don't know when he'll be back? Do you know when the last time he was actually in here?
I'm assuming yesterday. I don't know. I wasn't here.
You weren't here yesterday.
No,
When was the last time you seen him here?
My Friday, which was Monday.
Which was Monday. Your Friday, which was this past Monday. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I can tell you what. How about I leave you my email card, my email, and you can email me when maybe you guys want to have. How you doing today? Yeah, when you guys want to email me when you guys when he comes back in, that way I can set up an appointment with them.
Definitely.
Yeah. So who's the if Alex is out of his position is coming, I think it's June or July when his contract is up. Are you next in line to be chief of police here?
No.
No, you're not gonna go for the big seat.
No. What's your email?
recordpolicenow @gmail.com. Pretty good email, huh? Animal control. You guys have an animal control here in Arvin, huh?
We do. You said recordpolicenow@gmail.com?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you guys have a lot of issues with like dogs and stuff out here?
We did, not anymore.
Not anymore?
I mean, we still have some here and there, but we're getting it under control.
Word. So how many are in animal control? Just you?
2.
Just 2? 2 guys? Cool. Can I get your name and badge number real quick?
Sure.
You can tell them if you want. It's up to you.
Well, it's part of your policy.
Our policy?
Yeah, to identify when asked by the people.
Our policy? Arvin Police
Yeah,
Department?
yeah. It's in every police department. It's in your policy. It's in your policy to identify when asked by the people, because you guys could be Jeremy DeWitt for all we know, a police impersonator. So the most notorious police impersonator. But yeah, it's in your guys' policy.
Can you show me that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, can I have your clerk print it out? Now I'll point it out to you.
Well, I need to know what to print out.
Your policy, your police policy,
All of it?
the entire thing. Yeah,
Okay.
it is in there. You having your 3 chevrons, you should know that.
I do know that. That's why
Yeah.
I'm asking you to cite it for me.
How about this? And I ask every law enforcement officer this question. You guys can answer it. It's not an opinion. It's actually part of your job. Can you guys state the First Amendment of the Constitution, the 5 fundamental freedoms?
I don't think that's necessary. What does it have to do with what we're talking about?
Because, well, for one, we have the right, for certain things, right?
Correct.
And it's important that you guys understand that. I've discovered a pattern of pretty much every police officer that I've encountered. They don't really know that. And I think that's embarrassing. And last time I spoke to Alex, he was like, yeah, I'd like you to come in and I'll pay you to come in and train my officers, but sadly you guys swore an oath to that. And I've already discovered a pattern that you guys really don't know it. And if you guys know it, I'd like to be proven wrong, because I don't want to keep making you guys out to look bad. I'm actually trying to find a way to bridge the gap between police and the people, right? And so we need to truly understand each other, right? Me understand police work, and you guys understand our rights, because that's what you guys swore an oath to. So that's why I ask people, what is that oath that you swore to? What is at least the First Amendment? There are 5 fundamental freedoms in the First Amendment.
I do know them, but I don't have to tell you.
Like I said, you don't have to, but you can. It's not an opinion.
Yeah.
And I want to be proven wrong. Up to date, there was only one officer out of hundreds that I've asked. Only one knew it, and he admitted that he learned it from my channel. And the government don't pay me. They pay you guys to know this. You guys swore an oath to this. I don't get paid for that. I get paid other ways to do the work that I do. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, you don't have to say it, but you could. You could be a good man and do it. You can show the people of Arvin that you care about their rights, that you know what their rights are.
And they know I do. So you can ask anybody.
Okay, well, still, I don't know yet.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking.
Well,
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be rude.
no, but I
In any kind of way.
A little like, oh, let's do a test to see if he knows this or that. Like,
It's exactly what it is.
Okay.
A First Amendment test. You guys should know
how
this.
about in the field, in the action, when you need me knows? most, you'll see me do it, and then you'll know, oh, that's a good officer. And I'll tell you, I can do that.
We're in the field right now. We're in the. You're on duty. You're on duty right now. I just caught you on duty right now.
Serious situation.
Right.
You need police officers.
And you're the supervisor of this department right now. You know, you're the one that's being left in charge, and you got a big responsibility because obviously the people of Arvin are telling me that Alex is never here. That's not your fault, is it?
No,
right? He's never here.
Yeah,
and I'm guessing you're the one being left put in this position, and these are important things that you should know, man. And I'm a little disappointed.
I just don't want to.
I'm a little disappointed that you don't wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's sad, man. I know you are.
I guess I'm a failure.
Let's change that, bro. Let me help you.
Okay.
Doing what I do helped me become a better man. Mm-hmm. I walked a straighter fucking line than I've ever had before in my life, bro. Okay? How can I hold you guys accountable if I don't walk a straight line? And I'm learning things about our rights, bro, that we should all know. We're not being taught, and your academies are failing you guys, bro. I don't get paid for this, but I probably should. Speech, press, religion, assembly, petition. These are 5 fundamental freedoms in the First Amendment, bro.
I told you I know them. I just don't want to tell them. I'm not like...
You could have proven me wrong, though.
I'm not here to answer questions about rights. If I'm violating your rights, then we have a problem. But I'm not violating your rights by not answering that question.
Yeah, but you could have easily answered the question, bro. You chose to take the that road when you could have easily taken the high road here. You know, and it saddens my heart, bro.
I think that high road is not answering it, in my opinion.
And I bet you're not a bad guy, okay? I bet you we could probably sit down and have a beer or a Coca-Cola or even coffee in the morning, and we could probably get you out of the uniform and me without the camera, and I'm sure we can have a good conversation and understand each other because I know your job entails a lot as well. I know that. I'm not dumb, okay? There's a lot of shit that goes on that you guys have to deal with. But this is also important, bro. And it is one of the most important things. And I think what I teach, it not only keeps the people safe from bad cops, I'm not saying you're a bad cop, but it also keeps you guys safe because you guys will know not to cross a certain line. Because some people know these things and they'll fight tooth and nail, bro. And the sad thing is the people, they lose all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold you up for too long, man. And I don't like to get in a heated, and I hope that we can have a future conversation in the future. And you know what I mean? And
of course, yeah.
Well, if you're not willing to state the First Amendment, at least, I hope you don't make chief when Alex is out here. But in reality, the goal is to let the people know of Arvin who Alex really is. What we found out, what we discovered is pretty damn troubling. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he has good intentions. And I think he's been a bad dude for a long time. And that's dangerous for the people of Arvin, bro.
What's a long time?
Fuck, you want me to date it back to the shit that I know I have seen? Mm-hmm. He's been arrested and charged out of Palos Verdes estates way back when, early 2000s, okay? Then he goes, after that, he beats this probation period. He goes through this probation period, becomes a reserve officer. Later on is allowed to take his guilty plea back and plead not guilty. They're not just allowing a bad cop to go through the loopholes. They're creating a damn path for this guy. Mm-hmm. They're walking him with his hand through this shit, allowing a bad cop. He goes to Maricopa, California, right? And they start impounding everybody's cars over there, targeting Hispanics over there, all right? Because of him, that entire damn department no longer exists. He was involved in that shit. And we spoke to some people. You know what I just found out? That the people that worked there before, we're working on a documentary on this. They told me that somebody that was working there at the time told me that they were shredding documents. Why? That's a felony. Why wasn't he charged? All right, that department has been disbanded.
Do you have a verified source? I mean, I could tell you right now. Oh, Maricopa, he used to, shoot the tires out of cars. I can tell you anything.
Bro, a grand jury report came out, okay? And they were busted for getting kickbacks from the towing company. Look at the yellow line flag you guys have here. What kind of stuff you guys got going on with towing companies around here, bro? Are we doing a copy and paste? Are we doing a? Isn't that a towing company? Yellow? Isn't that what they do? What they use?
That's not for that.
What is it for?
That's for dispatchers week.
Dispatchers now too, huh?
That's the dispatcher's flag.
Oh, really? Well, it's funny. We see that on all the tow truck companies too. Okay.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah.
that's for dispatchers.
Okay.
This past week was dispatchers week, appreciation week.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's not always there in honor of the tow truck companies?
No.
Okay, this is good what we're talking. You can help me clarify some things. I don't like to be wrong, bro.
No, if you ever have questions about law enforcement or anything like that, you can ask a cop and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
There's no secrets.
Psh, bro, cops are allowed to lie. During investigations.
In regards to catching criminals.
During investigations.
In regards to catching criminals.
Okay.
Not just if you're a public person wanting to know information. We wouldn't.
Right.
That. That's not right. That's messed up.
Back to Maricopa.
Okay.
That department was disbanded.
Correct.
Okay. He was even in pictures next to the chief of police. Okay. The people out there already know who he is. They've already confirmed it. They're on camera. It's gonna come out in the documentary. Okay. And then he comes here, like, yeah, bro, really? Do you guys really know who is the chief of police here? What he's about? What he's willing to do? Yeah, it looks like a copy and paste of what they were doing out there, man. And as a matter of fact, you guys got a key that I can use the restroom?
Key?
Yeah.
It should be open.
It should be open? All right, cool. Yeah, man, and I'm not anti-police, bro. Through my work, 6 different police chiefs have been forced to resign after they got the public scrutiny. I want Kazarian to be the 7th because I don't believe he's a good person.
Do you know him? Have you ever talked to him?
Yeah, he's a smooth talker.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a jiving ass dude.
Well, I've been here through many chiefs, my time, and the work that he's been doing and the work that he's put in has been great.
Of course, you're not going to say nothing bad about your boss, right? You don't want to say nothing bad about your
But
boss.
I wouldn't also say something good about him if I did feel that way. Correct?
Well, how do you feel about what he did in the past? About his
We all make mistakes.
Really?
We've all made mistakes, right? And he served his punishment for that, and he got prosecuted for that, whatever happened with that. And it happened, right? We've all made mistakes.
So this is the level of integrity, guys, that we see now in policing, and and it's just it breaks my heart.
Have you made a mistake in the past?
Of course.
We're human, right?
We are human. We are human, but
He was held accountable for that mistake, correct?
yeah, but because of the way things are, bro, cops are allowed. You guys have so many umbrellas of protection when you guys screw up like that, right? How many people that get convicted are allowed to later on, especially with serious crimes like he did, right? Stealing thousands of dollars, right? How many people with felonies get their records like that expunged? You guys have policies that allow that to happen, bro. Like I said, it's not just a loophole, all right? There's umbrellas of protection that allow bad cops to go from one department to another. That's what we're able to expose, and that's what he tried to hide. The problem is Alex is not just willing to come to Arvin, California and do things
I'm
like.
telling you, I've heard that before, and you are correct. That has happened. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm telling you right now, in this case, that's not the truth.
And we also.
I promise you that. I promise you that. Because I've been here, I've seen it. I've been through it. I've seen the dirty, I've seen the bad, I've seen the good, and I promise you that's not the case.
So, but you got to understand, bro. It's not just people that reach out to me. Alex has not only gone after people in town, right? People are telling me that they're afraid of you guys. When they see police around here, they duck their heads. Not really. Not me, not anymore.
People that are undocumented, they're afraid of us. But we assure them that we're not there for documented people or undocumented people. We're there to protect them. And once we tell them that, then that's when we build that relationship and we get good going with them. That's just how it is. I promise you, I'm in the front lines. I see it. I'm there all the time, I'm there. I promise you.
And there are also reports, man, that Alex has not only gone after, people, whatever, but also like people that has worked around him. People that have worked around him. Okay. Like there's things that I've seen, right? And what it looks like is if you're not willing to be like you are right now and speak so highly of him, you're on the shit list, and it might be the end of your career. And what we're seeing is he is really swift at taking action for those that do not align themselves with him.
So you're saying because I said my chief's a good chief, that's the end of my career?
No, I did not say that.
Okay.
If you spoke ill of him, it's possible. And and now what we're hoping for is that the city council members wise up and the people of Arvin put the pressure on the city council members to get Alex out of here, because his contract is up. Now we got to put Susana Reyes on the spot, right? She cares about her image. Donnie Horton.
YouTuber or something?
What was that?
How come you're talking to the camera and not to me?
Because no, I'm talking to the people of Arvin right now. This is for the people of Arvin,
That's
right?
the people of Arvin?
Yeah, that's the people of Arvin. Yeah, you got to understand, bro, that we're the news, right? Whether we have like what they call a press pass or credentials, these are made up things. That's why it's important that you know the First Amendment, because freedom of press is part of the First Amendment.
But don't the press usually talk to the person that they're interviewing or talking to?
Not all the time.
No?
They oftentimes they do talk to the cameras, you know.
Okay.
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm being rude or something?
No, we were having a conversation.
Right.
Face to face, and then like during the middle, like, you start turning to the camera. And, like,
Yeah, because
that's why I asked, are you like a YouTuber or something? Like,
yeah, well, it's important that we tell the news, right? It's important that we allow the people to see exactly what's happening. And the goal here is to make sure that the people of Arvin are aware, all right? The city council members are aware of who Alex really is. And we're hoping that the people put the pressure on city council members to make the right decision and get his ass out of here. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
I just feel like there's always different sides to different places, and I just feel like you only know one side.
Well,
That's how I feel, and you feel that I only know one side, correct?
well, if Alex were here, maybe he'd be able to give his side.
Yeah.
But he's not here. You see what I'm saying? And here you are put in this position to defend the guy. Bro, think about that.
I'm not defending anybody.
You're sitting
I
here.
thought we were just having a conversation about life.
Well, you seem to be defending the guy.
Really?
Yeah, you seem to be defending his
Maybe
actions
I
and
am.
stuff like
I
that.
said, I really like the work that he's done here, so maybe I am defending him.
Yeah. Well,
So,
people of Arvin, there it is, Hernandez 988, you said? Yeah.
Sergeant Hernandez.
Sergeant Hernandez. Well, sergeant's a military term. I don't like to use that because you're not supposed to be at war with the people, right? These are terms that we give the military out there. And those terms are terms that you guys can use for each other. But we, the people, we don't have to address you guys like that.
Actually,
Right or wrong?
where did Sergeant come from?
From the military.
But what purpose was it used for?
It shouldn't be it shouldn't be it shouldn't be a title that you guys like to title yourselves just like you guys like to give yourselves awards.
And you're speaking with the cashier.
I can call you assistant manager. I don't mind calling you assistant manager.
Okay. I mean, you can
Right?
call me whatever you
Right?
want.
Exactly. But
Freedom of speech, right?
yeah, exactly. But you made it a point to point out that you're a sergeant, you know, and in reality you shouldn't. I mean, I guess you know you guys believe you could do whatever you want, but you really don't have to throw that onto the people. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm only one of the people.
The reason why I say that is because if you go to the department and say, hey, can I speak to Officer Hernandez?
988.
There's an Officer Hernandez and there's a Sergeant Hernandez.
Right, but there's only, both you Hernandezes don't have 988.
Well,
That's why you guys are assigned badge numbers to your names.
Correct.
Because
Not
then
everybody knows that.
there could be 5, you know,
Hernandez
is in here and all you guys have 3 chevrons.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying people don't know that.
All right.
Not everybody gets a badge number. They only get the name.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with my work, man. I have good intentions. I was a real asshole when I first started, but I've been educating myself along the way, and I speak to cops, retired cops. I speak to cops that are still on the force. There's people out there that want to help me improve as well. I want to improve in my work, and we want to see improvement in police departments as well. It shouldn't always be like this, bro. I have good intentions between the people and you guys. I want to find a common ground, and I believe it starts with you guys actually knowing these Bill of Rights that you guys swore an oath to, bro. I have challenged the universe. If they can find a video online of a cop that swore an oath and actually knows it. It's embarrassing, bro. It's not out there. That fucking video don't exist yet. We're gonna make it exist. There's videos now that of cops that I stumble upon and they know it. Most of them guess 3, 4 of them right. Most of those guys watch my work. So, and I hope we see each other again. Maybe you're out of uniform. Maybe I don't have the camera in my hand and we sit down and we talk, bro, because I think that we might be able to help each other in many, many ways. Right?
All right.
I appreciate your time, man.
No problem.
Thank you.
All righty. Have a good day.
You too. I'm gonna use the restroom, bro.